everyone, and welcome to the Blended Petals Stamp, Die, and Stencil introduction video. This is a 4x6 stamp set with these beautiful sentiments and large floral image. The coordinating dies include a die for the word just because that fits perfectly around the sentiment. We also have a large die to cut out the flowers and the leaves. And then we also have a banner die that fits around the smaller sentiments that are included on the set and we'll go through in just a moment. I went ahead and stamped out all the sentiments and the image on colored cardstock so it's easier for you to read. The beautiful floral image takes up a card front nicely to be the center of the show. And the sentiments include lovely couple, hello, you're one of my favorites, you're wonderful, celebrate, and just because. This image with its large open petals makes it great to use for your favorite coloring medium. In addition to this stamp set is a 3-piece layering stencil, which makes it easy for you to quickly add color to your image. There's also a negative piece that you can place over your stamped image to mask it off and add color to your background. Here's a quick card panel I put together where I stamped the image, masked off the flowers, and did a blended background. And here is one where I masked off the image after stamping it and just added a light glow behind the flowers to really pull your attention in. I'll be recreating this card for you in just a moment. This is a card I completed using all 3 layers of the stencil and adding that large just because to the front, popped up with foam squares to give it dimension, and added to a background using the double stripe card front die. For this card example, and to show you how the stencils work, I stamped out the image onto Concord 9th white cardstock using a black ink. Then using my magnetic make art station, I'm placing that negative piece over my flowers, holding that negative piece down with the magnets, and then I'm going to lightly ink blend on some buttercup ink with a blending brush. I picked up the ink with the blending brush, dabbed off a little bit on a paper towel, and then I'm starting on the stencil and lightly blending my way out towards the edge of the cardstock. Then I can pick up my magnets and remove the mask, and now I have this beautiful glow in the background. Now I'm going to work on adding some color to my floral image by bringing in the first layer of the stencil, which is the most open area of the flower. I'm going to hold that stencil down with my magnets, once again taking a blending brush and picking up some ballet slipper ink, and then just really light-handed going over this base area. I'm going for a very soft look, so I'm not adding color to the entire area. I'm mainly leaving the edges of the petal white. To add color to your leaves, you are going to need to pick up your stencil and shift it down so that the open area of the leaves of the stencil match up with your stamped image. Then I'm taking a mini blending brush and I am adding sprout ink over that area, once again just lightly adding color. And to add color to the bottom leaves, once again I'm going to pick up my stencil, align the open areas of those leaves with the stamped image, and add that light color again. So that was our first layer of our stencil. Now we can bring in the second layer, which is going to color in some of the petals of the flower and add details to the leaves. Once again, I lined up the stencil portion of my flower with my stamped image, lightly ink blending on that ballet slippers ink, just going a little bit heavier handed, then pick that up, shift that over to align the leaves in the top right portion of my image. I'm going to blend on the sprout ink again, once again going a little bit heavier handed than last time, shift my stencil to align that bottom corner, and repeat those steps for blending. Now we have the third and final layer of the stencil, so I lined up those petals once again, going a little bit heavier handed with the ballet slippers. And this stencil piece also have where you can add these centers of your flower, which I am just using buttercup ink. Here's a look at that completed panel, which makes a perfect 1-layer card front by just simply stamping a sentiment.